Hey everybody, Happy New Year, first of all. Today I'm gonna do, this is my last construction of mountains on the layout. And I just wanna, I haven't done any instructional videos. I'm not the greatest at things. I know many people who do them are not the greatest either, but they do awesome jobs. And so I figured, I might as well give it a try. For people who I love doing mountains, love building mountains. If you have any question, you're really great at them. You give me some comments and some advice to do some stuff. But as really now, it's really most of the stuff is really done as far as coloring foliage. But since this will be the last mountain I'll be doing. This is the tunnel. I really got to name it. I probably nickname it commercial tunnel because I have so many things from Christmas. You have like Kmart, Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, all those newspapers and stuff are from there. I have some bride and groom sections from newspapers. Oh, forget it. Everything in there. I even have stuff from like 2008, which I like. What the heck? What did I save that for? So I told my parents, won't throw it out. Give me them. I use them. And so basically, this is the tunnel. I get on the train board. You want to exercise. This is the way to do it. It's a killer. It's a pain in the ass getting up here back. Always. I feel like I feel like I lift 3,000 pounds every time I wake up in the morning after doing this. I feel old. Don't get old. So basically, what I did was, I will start with, there's so many things how to do this. People just use screening. There's so many different kinds. I don't know all the different kinds, but I know a lot of people like Eric Siegel. He used a different kind of method. I mean, you can probably check it out what he did. He does a fantastic job at his mountains and his tunnel work. It's just so realistic looking. Looks really cool. E. Siegel 76, I think he is. E. Siegel 76, yes. He has an awesome layout. So, but basically, most of the ingredients are what you see here, which are cardboard strips. Actually, you got pizza strips here. And I got drumming strips from old drum skins, old boxes and stuff. There's so many in my room still, so I can still use more. Also, newspaper. Some people don't use paper. Newspaper. The guy, I'm sorry, my Richard Batista from the Black Diamond Railroad, Toy Trains on Tracks. He used cardboard, and he just used the brown construction paper, which is folded up. And I actually going to use that because I use screening. You also use screening on the mountain, staple screening. I also actually have some. Give me a second. It kills your fingers, but that's the reason why. This is some screens you use. Basically, what you do there. I'll put some stills on from the mountains when I started working on them. I keep progress by taking pictures. Well, as you can see here there's a screening for Black Diamond Pass. Okay. Then I used after that, when you use screening, or you use construction the brown construction paper. And what I found in my garage by cleaning my garage, I found leaf bags, and they work just as well, and they're actually much stronger, and they work. And that's what I did that mountain with. Make sure you use really good steady paper. I use paper towels. People use plastic cloth. This mountain, you see that right there, that's plastic cloth, and right here is paper towel. You can tell the difference because you can see the holes in it, as you can tell. Okay, and that's really about making mountains. I mean, people have so many different ideas. Like the old method, the method I know of, my father used. Friends I know used and stuff like that. This the normal. They say is the original way to do it, and so I'm an original guy. So to me, I enjoy doing that. I enjoy crumbling up newspapers and just chucking them in there. You want it nice and tight, not too tight, because then the staples will kind of get off. Use those construction. Construction staples. There you go. Those work great, and especially when going into wood or hardwood. Also into home and stuff like that. You want it nice and tight. And what I also use are the regular staples, just for like in between here, like that. Basically, I started with these strips. Okay, staple on top of the bottom, or like I did up there, from the very top to all the way to the bottom, and then I stuffed newspaper in them. After I stuff the newspaper, I go across to keep it nice and tight. Okay, and what's great about the cardboard is you could do this, and make it nice and tight. It's never nice and flexible, so you could do this to it, and you could just have all different kind of shapes, whatever you want to do with it. It's great. It's great to use, and it's very cheap. So you have extra boxes laying around. You tell their family members are trying to throw out stuff, to take them and use them. I told my parents, don't throw out the pizza boxes, because as you can see, I use pizza boxes. 3/4 of the layout is full of pizza boxes. But that's really it for this section. So because that's the last mountain, I'm gonna do like a step in progress type of thing. It's the first instructional video. Basically, that's really it for now. Then I'm gonna start putting the paper on, which is basically I'm gonna cut up the whole thing. Cut it up into sections. So one long piece is going down here. I see you have up there I have a little flat surface. That's why you can fit the rock molds on there. Some places here and there, because otherwise sometimes they don't fit the right way, and then I get frustrated. I get angry. I don't want to throw anything, but sometimes it happens. And it's all good and funny. You always take it off, and that's what I did over here for this mountain, which I recently finished December 30th. That section right there, where those bottom rocks are, that whole section. What happened was I ripped it off, and the whole cloth, the paper towel ripped off, and so I was really mad at it. But I was like, you know what? that's what's great about plaster. You can redo it stuff. The rock molds you always redo. You always repaint. It's like paint. You always repaint something. So don't get discouraged if it doesn't work out. I know people redo mountains millions of times, and it actually, believe it or not, looks perfect. But what I did was, since that was so basically let me get as an example. I have extra rocks here as my test rocks. Okay, there was like a little space underneath here, and it had all this space underneath, so I didn't want that. So I broke pieces. I don't know if I can break this. Nope, can't break it. It's paint and everything on it. How's a rock? But I took like little pieces that I broke off of soft rocks, and sorry, too close. I stuffed it underneath like that. A couple of pieces over there to cover that section. You used a lot of plaster. I used plaster of Paris. $6 in Home Depot. You can't beat that. Better than buying $30 of Hydrocal. But believe it or not, Hydrocal works awesome. Looks really good. From last I've seen. Basically, in the rock molds, you've seen Scenic Express, Woodland Scenics has them. And I use a few, like 3 different kinds. As you can see, there's these, which make those. These type. I don't know what the heck they're called. You can definitely find on Woodland Scenics, stuff like that. That's that little section over there. And pieces, I just use the plaster, and you cover the whole thing. It comes nice and still. I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, about 8 rock molds on that one right there. And excuse me. And most of them are really just broken pieces. Sometimes they crack, sometimes they'll dry, and get it time to dry, and they crack, and which I don't care, because when they crack, or I can't use them, or let's say the plastic gets hard before I get a chance to use it all. You got that. Okay. Alrighty. Now, and stay tuned for part 2 for this section, okay? Alright. Have a great night.